Oh, what's this? Rogue Company. Oh, it looks good. Oh, it's a nice change from all the different CSGO like games that we've been getting so far this year. Let me check it out. Wait, what? 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 Oh, for God's sake. Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We're going back to a brand new video game. We're not going back to, but we're going to talk about a brand new video game. And this video game is called Rogue Company. It's basically finished off the holy trinity of CSGO like games on Xbox. The first coming was obviously going to be Warface Breakout, which was a perfect representation of what we wanted from a CSGO like game on console. And then we have Crossfire X, which sticks quite loyally to the script, but also brings its own stuff like the Battle Royale and the campaign and a bunch of different multiplayer stuff. It's bringing all that new stuff, which is absolutely fantastic. And now we have Rogue Company, which is a hero-based third-person shooter, which is heavily tactical and all based around, well, not all based around, but there is that CSGO game mode, but all based around team game modes like that with restricted lives and rounds and all that good stuff. Now, you can buy guns and buy perks and other stuff, which is all great, and honestly, it fits the CSGO mode quite well. But let's talk about what it does different. Rogue Company is a hero-based shooter. There are how many heroes now? I have no idea, but there are a lot of different heroes currently, and they all have their own guns, abilities, weapons, perks. They all have their own stuff. My favourite so far is Saint. He can aim down sights with his assault rifle, which I don't think anyone else can, but there might be someone else who can besides the sniper. And he can revive people at range, which is absolutely amazing, and it's great in these game modes because you can go down and you can be revived, or they can finish you off, or you can bleed out, and you do run out of lives very quickly. Now, I should probably go on to talk about how this game released. You've probably seen trailers upon trailers upon trailers, but the trailers only started releasing as the game released. The game had a silent release at the point where I think I got really lucky at randomly browsing through the Xbox store and coming across this game and just instantly being blown away by obviously what I had to find. The trailer, if you haven't seen it, is phenomenal. It's the character Ronin and Dima, or Dimmer, however you want to pronounce it, fighting a bunch of goons, and Ronin uses her swords to just kind of, it was awesome. So I just had to check this game out, and there are different versions you can buy, but the cheapest one is around £12, but it will be free to play at some time in the future. Maybe the end of this year it will be free to play. So if you are not looking to spend a lot of money and you just want to play a brand new game, you will have to wait a bit. But I can guarantee you, if you do want to pay the money now, it is probably worth it. I've only bought the cheapest version because you can unlock everything just by playing the game. You just get a few more perks and like a couple more characters right off the bat. But you can unlock the characters just by playing the game. And I didn't want to take away all that from myself, so I did buy myself the cheapest version just so I could unlock these heroes later on. And honestly, the grind is really fun. I'm currently saving up for the most expensive one, and I can work my way down, the most expensive hero. And I'm loving the game. There's currently 2 game modes and a bunch of maps. The 2 game modes are Demolition, which is that CSGO mode, and Strikeout, in which both teams compete to capture the point or kill the enemy team. Each team has 12 lives to just throw away and do with what they want. And if you do capture this point, it'll go on a minute timer, and it keeps repeating that minute. But after every minute, whatever team holds that at that point, the other team will lose a life. Just completely lose a life. And it'll just keep going, and as soon as you all run out of lives, that's round 1 over, and then you'll have some more rounds. In between rounds, you can buy new weapons and perks and upgrades and all that good stuff that you can in, like obviously Breakout and, well, not really Crossfire X, but you get the point, and it's absolutely a blast. Strikeout is way better than the Demolition mode. The Demolition mode doesn't really work in the kind of third-person hero shooter. Valorant did it very well, but that's obviously first-person and a lot more tactical than this is, because you can just die really quickly if you're not careful. 95% of the time you die, you'll either be in a gunfight, fairly dying, or someone, most times be run up behind you and they'll just finish you off because all the guns do a lot of damage and all the characters have little to no health. Some characters do have small upgrades where you can get more health, but it doesn't help that much. The perks, however, are very varied. You get stuff like faster reload, reload while sprinting, and also stuff like you can tag enemies who are looking at you, or you can tag enemies by shooting them, and you can obviously have more armor and more damage and all that good stuff, and basically everything in between too. And the best part of this game is undoubtedly the melee weapons. If you use a melee weapon, it does about 3 hits before you kill them, or at least down them, or if you throw it, it's an instant down if you hit it, and that is great fun. I have a load of clips of just me running around just murking people with a throwing axe. It was great fun, and I highly recommend you just play with a melee weapon because it's an absolute blast, and it's just a fun laugh to have with your friends if you just want to challenge yourself that bit more. But this game is still tactical, so for those people who like to take it seriously, you can take it seriously, but there's also some little things where you can have fun on the side. Now, Rogue Company is a very different game whilst it's similar, because we do have different heroes or characters or whatever you want to call them. People like Dima can shoot use a grenade launcher for their ability. People like Saint can revive people from a distance. Dallas can scan enemies, and so much more, as well as a lot of passive abilities that people have. My favourite one so far is the character Scorch, who can set people on fire just by shooting them and doing damage to them for a long time. It'll just set them on fire and do even more damage, and it's absolutely great. And every character is so unbelievably varied that you never actually feel restricted or limited to what you can do. There's characters like Anvil that are built around defending a point and defending an objective with a deployable shield, with a semi-bulletproof glass window which you can see through, or you can shoot out with yourself and the enemy team can also do so. People like Dallas who can scan and see enemies through walls and stuff. People like Stain who can heal from a distance, and so many more that are just unbelievably varied and so fun to play as. Now let's just stop talking about what this does new for a second and start comparing how it holds up against the other games. This is a third-person shooter, which kind of falls off in the grand scheme of things because all these other games are so tactical because you never know what's going on and you feel so immersed because you're in first person and you can't see everything all the time. But in third person, you can always peek around the corners and just overlook everything and be more prepared, and it takes away a lot of the tension. But on the other hand, whilst you're prepared, so is the enemy team, so you're always second guessing your moves and always looking out for enemies who could be peeking or could be scouting you out at this exact time, which is a very scary feeling to know that someone could be watching you and pick you off at any moment, but it's also a good feeling knowing you can do the same. Now, if you were playing Warface Breakout and thought, hey, this soundtrack kinda sucks, then sorry mate, but it's basically the exact same soundtrack, exact same loading screen and menu and stuff like that. It's very similar to how it's formatted to Crossfire X and Warface Breakout because they're all laid out the same way. But it does obviously have its own menus, as like obviously character menus and different option menus, stuff like that. The controls are a little weird. You can't actually change them as of now because it's only in like really early alpha. But hopefully soon I will be able to adjust the controls to my liking. You can also have keyboard and mouse support as well as crossplay, so it's more friendly and available to players all around the world and all on different consoles and can all play together, which is absolutely great. And honestly, the soundtrack is still pretty good regardless, and the gameplay is alright. The aiming can be a little clunky at times because obviously it's a brand new game and it's all fresh, it's all third person, so it's a completely new format, while still sticking to the game mode and sticking to the script as much as they can, whilst also putting their own spin on things, just like Crossfire X did, and just like Warface Breakout did. And they're doing it so well, and I can't wait to see where this game goes. I will definitely be keeping you up to date with these updates. I know I said I'd do the same about Crossfire X. I completely missed the trailer, but if you want to know anything about that, I recommend the YouTube channel Boris15. I'll leave a link in the description to his video on the trailer. It was an amazing video and detailed everything there is to know about it. So I'd recommend going and checking that video out. I didn't really see any point, because when it comes to his videos, I know I can add my own thing to it, but not this one. This one covered everything and it was amazing, so please just go check it out. And go subscribe to him as well, because he's absolutely amazing in what he does. Now, if I was going to rate this game, because it's obviously a review, I'd rate this a solid... Actually, you know what? I'd rate this an 8 out of 10. It's great. I love the aspect of it, the concept of it, the ideas behind it, and I just can't wait to see where this goes, because it's such a different take on this game mode and such a different formula that I'm so excited to see where this leads in the future. And I'll definitely be keeping up to date. Hopefully we get a roadmap soon. Hopefully there'll be new characters I could talk about and new maps and loads of crazy stuff which they can do. And I'm just super excited, and you should definitely check this game out. If you can't afford to buy it or don't really want to put any money into it now or invest in it, then that, by all means, that's fine, and they will bring it free to play soon, and I'll definitely update you as soon as we have news on when that's going to be. So I just want to say thank you for watching. Please like the video if you did enjoy, and please subscribe. I'm on my way to 20 subscribers by the end of the year, which is my goal, and we're over halfway there. And also, just saying, around 65% of you watching aren't subscribed, so if we could subscribe, if everyone subscribed, we could smash that goal right now, and that would be absolutely amazing. So please subscribe. I'll keep you up to date with all this stuff. Go check out my other videos as well. We talk about a bunch of different games, as well as a couple of different things we do. And there will be a different interesting video coming next week, which I'm super excited for you all to see. So I just want to say, once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very, very soon.